Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Well, I know I said that was the last video for the millionaire mindset, but I just wanted to touch base with you for one last video to ask you to share below what you took away from the 5 videos, where you think you're struggling in your business, which of those mindset issues you might be struggling with. But also I wanted to point out something. On purpose, I haven't edited these videos. I've left them as they are. They're just how I spoke to you off the cuff. I didn't record them more than once. I just did them once. I had notes, obviously, as you saw in some of the videos. So I had a plan, and then I just spoke to the camera. And we had rain, we had planes going overhead, we had neighbours opening garage doors, papers flying across the camera, me having to turn sheets over, cameras wobbling. It was very imperfect action. Now, having been through that imperfect action with me, and I did this on purpose, did you feel that you got less value? Did you feel that you had less respect for me because it wasn't perfect? Or were you just in the moment absorbing, benefiting, and realizing that actually it doesn't have to be perfect to get the message across? I wanted you to really reflect on that, because it goes back to video 1, day 1, about the massive imperfect action. We don't have to do things perfectly. I'm comfortable to be in front of you, warts and all, and show you who I really am, because I know what I know. And I'm confident with what I know, and I'm confident that those who resonate with me, who want my support and want my help, want to know how to do what I do, will follow me regardless of my mistakes. So isn't it better to get the message out there and make things happen than to wait and then nothing happens? Even some of the activities I'd forgotten to figure out what I was going to ask you to do at the end of each session, and you saw me having to think for a moment. Did that make any difference? You still got to do the action. You still got encouraged to do it. You still got plenty of good value. Be honest. There are people who would find that awkward, find that that took away from the message. If that's the case and you felt that way, tell me. If you felt that, hey, well, you know what? I still got great value out of it, and it didn't matter that we had all those challenges as we went through them, tell me. I'm keen to hear. I just want you to know, though, that that's how little of tweaking and everything I did. Basically, I spent some time yesterday putting some notes together and planning this. Then I set up my wonderful contraption, and I went outside with the weather and all the elements. And I've spent about an hour, maybe less. I didn't even time it. Probably less than an hour. No, probably about an hour just recording. It's all done. I'm now going to ship it all off to my VA. Obviously, it will have already happened by the time you're watching this. And get them to load it all up, ready to roll it out for you next week, each day. Now, obviously, that would be, you're getting this on the Saturday. We're talking about the Friday, not the day before, but the week before that I'm doing this. And I only planned it yesterday. You know, I was thinking, hang on, I've got things that I need to be doing. I need to up the ante. What can I do? This is great. Let's talk about this. And I just did it. It's a great way of building my business. It's also a great way of adding those of you who are in my Thriving Facebook Communities program. This is becoming a part of my demonstration of building my group, which was what I promised in that program. So I'm killing many birds with one stone. I hate that. Who'd want to kill any birds? But you get what I mean. I made this activity to cover many things that are going on at the moment, because when it comes to that focus thing, I'm working towards that. What I did in the first 6 months of this year is I diversified into too many things. I'm now tying it all together, bringing it all in and focusing it all, because I really am in the millionaire mindset. But I do want to fulfill my promises, what I've promised people, what I've committed to. And this particular activity here is doing 2 or 3 different activities at the same time. It's covering off many things at the same time. And so that's what's massive imperfect action is all about. It's massive because it's covering more than one issue that I needed to solve in my business. It's imperfect because you saw it was completely imperfect. I didn't spend lots and lots and lots of time on it, but I still gave good value. I still connected with you. You might not have resonated with it. Please tell me. It means it didn't work. But I wanted to demonstrate massive imperfect action, and this was the example of it. What I really want from you right now, though, is below this video, honestly share with me, was this millionaire mindset helpful? What did you benefit from it? And what particular mindset challenge do you think you have? Which of those is the key challenge that you need to work through? Maybe it's all of them. I've had to work through all of them. The first one, having a mind blank, I just talked about it. The first video we did was on perfectionism. Now that was one that I killed off pretty early on because I was so busy. The next one was focus, and now that is the one that I have mastered now, but I've just got to finish off and tie off loose ends to really commit to that focus. Resilience, I've always been picking myself up. I've always been learning from my errors. They're 2 things that I've always been quite good at, and there was a 5th one. Look at my notes. See, more imperfect action. Market confusion. I had learned a lot about that as well, but there were all things that I had to learn. Like the market confusion thing, that was something I had to learn. I had coaches that taught me that, coaches that took me through that, coaches that checked in on me to make sure I was still focused on that. And as I said at the end, I had a great learning experience with all the intro sessions I did, so I didn't have any market confusion after that. I knew exactly what their problems were, and I knew exactly how I could solve them, and I knew who they were. Alhamdulillah. I'm going to stop gabbing now. Please share below what you took away from this. Was it beneficial? And, you know, what of those 5 mindset challenges are you still facing? Let's see if we can support you in them. Assalamu alaikum.